Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. Thank you for joining our panel discussion today. I'm Ifa 304573 and I'll be moderating the session. With me today are my teammates Liwen, Akila, Madeline, and Aina. So, our topic today is a critical analysis of friendship development through social penetration theory, or SPT for short. Basically, we are going to explore how friendships develop step by step, especially through self-disclosure and how this theory helps explain that process. We'll also be applying the theory to a real situation, analyzing its strengths and weaknesses, and sharing some thoughts on how it applies to our daily lives. So, let's get started. Lewin, can you kick us off with the theory itself?
Yes, but before that, I begin with introduce myself. My name is Han Liwen and my tree number is 304566. So, social penetration theory (SPT) was actually introduced by two scholars. One is Edwin Altman and another one is Thomas Taylor in 1973. They basically explain this theory is how two people become closer by open up personal story to each other, and they also describe human personality is just like an onion with many layers. For example, the outer layer is when we talk about common or safe topic, like asking someone what your name, where are you going, and have you done the task given. And I noticed this type of question we usually ask when we first met our new friends. So, but once we know for a longer period, and can be say quite close enough, we will tend to peel a lot more details about our story to the person. Without any hesitations, we are more likely to share more deep and emotional thing like family problem, our fears about something. And there are two main ideas in the theory. One is breadth, which means how many topics talk about, and the other is depth, which means how deep or emotional those topics are. Also, this process usually goes both ways, like if I self-disclose or tell something to you and you respond with something equally deep, uh, that actually means reciprocity. So overall, the theory explains how people become close to one another by the trust and openness. I move to Akila.
All right, thank you, Liwen. My name is Nur Ali Akila binti Norisman, number 3304559. This is exactly what we say in the case study we studied, the friendship between Nadia and Aisha. They met as roommates for the first time at the university. At first, their conversation maybe like a basic just about class, food, and hobbies. But over time, they start to open up. There was a turning when Aisha shared that she had anxiety during exam, and Nadia responded by opening up that her fear her fear of disappointing her parents. That moment showed that mutual trust, like both of them felt safe to share story. Eventually, they become really close, like celebrating birthday together, talking about life goals, and supporting each other through times. You could really see the stage of SPT happening from the surface level to emotional intimacy. So for me, it's really relatable situation because that's how most of our friendship grow to. Slowly through honest conversation and shared experience. I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Akila. And my name is Madeline, and number metric is 304858. So I will explain about how the theory is used in a situation. So for the example of the Nadia and Aisha friendship, there are four main stages. First is orientation stage. So they start with the polite and surface level conversation about their hobbies, routines, and general topics during their first university orientation. So in the first stage, they are just know each other by the surface level. So move to the next stage is exploratory affective exchange. So they begin to share more about their interests, university life, and internal challenge, showing some openness while still studying pottery. So the third stage is affecting a change. So how deeper they're sharing their occur, like sharing the academic, family issues, anxiety, and childhood memories. So they start to spending their time together and grow emotionally closer. So and they will move to the next stage, which is stable stage. So their friendship will become stable and they will be built on the trust and emotional connection. So even out to consider the communication. So there are advantage of this theory. The first is clear framework. So they will break down the relationship development into the understandable state. So not just on the surface level, so they will deep into the relationship. And the next is real life application applicability. So they can use to be observed and analyze everyday friendship and social interaction. So there were advantages, so it also have include the disadvantage too. So the disadvantage of this theory is they were ignoring the digital communication. So this means that they are not fully consider how modern relationship grows online, which might skip the stage. So they were not into the real step. So they will make the communication misunderstanding. So I think that's all for me. I will move to Anna.
Hi, my name is Nur Aina binti Johari. My number metric is 307248. And yes, I really agree with what Madeline said just now. I think social penetration theory definitely helps explain how Nadia and Aisha got closer, but I also feel like in real life, not everyone opens up the same way. Like for me personally, even if I am close to someone, I don't always feel ready to share everything. Some people prefer actions over words. They show they care about they show they care by being there, helping out, not necessarily by talking about deep emotional stuff. Also, something I notice is how cultural background really matters. In Malaysia, especially among our generation, we often take time to open up. Even with friends, we might not jump into personal topics right away. So maybe the theory works better if we adjust a bit for our local context, like including cultural values or how people show trust differently. So overall, I still believe that theory gives us a useful base, like it helps us understand how closeness grows, but in real life, there is a mix of factors, not just what you say, but how you act, your background, and even the platform you use. That's all from me.
Thank you, everyone. That was a great discussion. So, to summarize, we all agree that social penetration theory helps explain how friendships grow slowly through self-disclosure and mutual trust. The friendship between Nadia and Aisha really reflects the four stages of theory. At the same time, we also identify a few gaps, like how the theory mainly focuses on verbal sharing and doesn't fully consider things like nonverbal communication, personality differences, and or cultural values. Still, we believe the theory is a strong starting point for understanding how relationships develop, especially when combined with other perspectives. So with that, we'd like to end our discussion here. Thank you for listening.